Hello, everyone, and welcome to another movie review. I am happy that you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button to share this content with other fans. All right, so it is time for me to get back to what I love to do, reviews. All right, Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Yeah, I had to do a video about this. The Reckoning. It is a 4-part documentary. Each part clocks in at on average 1 hour. It was directed by Alexandria Stapleton. This is her 9th documentary. And it was produced by Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, one of my favorite rappers of all time. It was released on Netflix Tuesday, December 2nd, and I was hoping to watch this doc over the weekend. But I had to jump on it because the day after it came out, the news reported that Diddy filed a lawsuit. He wants the documentary series to be removed from Netflix. Now, I am a believer. If a book is banned, don't ignore it, read it. What is in this documentary that Diddy doesn't want the public to see? Okay, so yeah, that's a red flag went off in my head. And as I was watching the documentary, I was reminded of a line in one of Jay-Z's songs, Empire State of Mind. He said, half of y'all won't make it. So I am asking myself, is this what you have to do to make it? Do you have to lie, cheat, and steal to make it to the top? Because for me, this doc taught me how Diddy built a billion-dollar empire. Now, let's start with the title of the doc. It is a perfect title, The Reckoning. It is a summation of Diddy's life and career. And this is a fast-paced documentary. There is so much this documentary covers that at times I was shocked by learning things I never knew, things the general public never knew, and you really don't have time to stop and reflect until the end credits. So it makes sense to divide the documentary into 4 1-hour episodes. Then let's briefly talk about the 4 parts. Part 1 covers the first 20 years of Diddy's life, which is a lot. The first person who failed Diddy was his mother. The second person was the CEO of Uptown Records. I forgot his name. But he was not a completely honest businessman. Part 2 covers the East Coast, West Coast war back in the 90s. For me, that was the most shocking part of all. I did not know Tupac and Biggie were friends, and they were basically each other's cheerleaders. And I did not know Diddy instigated the East Coast, West Coast battle, thereby playing a part in both the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. And then Diddy figured out a way for Biggie to pay for his own funeral. Now, I am a member of Generation X. We are the first generation raised in the hip-hop culture. And I have to say, we have been robbed and fooled. We got a war when we should have gotten an East Coast, West Coast collaboration. I can't believe I am saying this. Diddy is just as bad as R. Kelly. And Kelly is in jail for 30 years. Part 3 covers the 2000s, 2010s. And what blows my mind is part 3 made it clear for me that one of the ways Diddy became rich and famous was he figured out a way to capitalize on negative publicity. After the City College incident that killed 9 people, he became more famous. After Biggie's death, because Tupac was murdered before Biggie, Diddy became an icon. He started a fashion line. He did a deal with Ciroc Vodka. He did another deal with MTV, and I watched all seasons of Making the Band. And all these decades, he was able to make his artist famous, but no one got rich. Everyone got robbed. Part 4 focuses on the trial that put him in jail, but after watching part 4, I now understand a little how the jury came to their decision. So, anywho's, I am going to give this documentary 4.5 out of 5 stars. The only reason I am not giving it 5 out of 5, and this is the only flaw I saw in the documentary, it tried to paint a picture of Diddy stealing away women from other men in the entertainment industry. He stole Kim Porter from Albie Shore. He tried to steal one of Suge Knight's side chicks. He stole Cassie from her first producer. I have always believed that a woman cannot steal a man from another woman. If a man wants to stay, there is nothing a woman can do to get him to leave. If a man wants to leave, there is nothing a woman can do to get him to stay. And that's how I feel about women. A man cannot steal a woman from another man. So I am not buying it that he stole, different women from different men. And when you go back to the trial and Diddy's relationship with Cassie, the documentary gave me some understanding as to why the major charges did not stick, and the defense was able to convince the jury that Cassie was an adult who chose to be in the relationship. Having said that, I stand by Cassie because the hotel surveillance video is all I need to see. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, my question is, what is a video worth? And that hotel surveillance video completely made me change my mind about Diddy. There is so much the documentary covers. I did not know Diddy does not have a natural talent for rapping, that Mark Curry was basically his ghostwriter when he should have been a famous rapper in his own right. All this time, no one in the public eye spoke about Kirk Burroughs. I thought Diddy was the only founder of Bad Boy. But no, Kirk Burroughs was a co-founder of Bad Boy Entertainment, and Diddy robbed him of 25% of the business. And I was not aware of the 2003 lawsuit. Burroughs took Diddy to court for his share of the company. That led to him being outcasted from the music industry for over 20 years. So, if there is one guy that I feel the most sorry for out of all of Diddy's victims, it's Kirk Burroughs. I knew about Shine's case, but now I understand how Shine was also a victim. That was something that I did not hear the complete story on. A while back, Shine appeared on the Tamron Hall show to talk about his life after his jail sentence. He ended up going into politics in Belize. But the case itself, I didn't know much details about it and how he ended up serving jail time instead of Diddy. As a matter of fact, Diddy is the reason why Shine was in jail for 10 years. And then there is Aubrey, one of the members of Danity Kane. She was unconsciously raped. A witness saw it. That's how we know the rape took place. There is a lot of video evidence, a lot of legal evidence that cannot be used in court. That was in this documentary. I was just watching this, realizing the fans, the public, really, we never knew Diddy. We only saw a reality show being played out over the past 35 years. But who is Diddy? Well, in a nutshell, he is an insecure, narcissistic vampire. He was a vampire. He sucked money out of everybody. And he also was an energy vampire. But yeah, I mean, uh, this is gonna take a while for this documentary to sink in fully. I'm still not over everything that I saw in the documentary. But anyway, if you have not watched it, I recommend that you do. The director did a fantastic job with this documentary. This will probably be one of the most memorable documentaries in pop culture. So, yeah, wow, a lot. It's a lot. It's really a lot. And yeah, the only thing that I can say is Diddy has about 77 pending civil court cases. And so I am hoping that some of his victims get the legal justice that they rightfully deserve. Um, yeah, at this point, yeah, um, nah, nah. I cannot forgive Diddy for Tupac and Biggie and his relation to the um, to the East Coast West Coast war. And I'm just gonna put it out there. Nowadays we have Nicki Minaj and Cardi B not getting along, not talking. Um, Somebody needs to tell them to get together and do a song. Like squash the beef, make amends, and do a song. Because no, rap battles, no. Mm-mm. I'm not with it anymore. This documentary left a bad taste in my mouth. And yeah, I think that as a hip hop community, we should all get along and, you know, let's make music, not war. So that's all for today, my friends. I had a lot to say about this documentary, but let me know in the comment box below what you thought of the documentary and what you got out of it. Take care, and I'll see you next time with another review.